Hi there! The Northeast Indiana Farm to School team is proud to share our Harvest of the Month video series. In each video, we will visit a different farm in Northeast Indiana to learn where our food comes from. We will be able to meet our farmers and learn how they grow each of our Harvest of the Month fruits and vegetables.
Welcome to Hungry Dog Farm. Meet Andy Balabuch, Elaina Robbins, and Ginger, the farmer, sidekick, and hungry dog at Hungry Dog Farm. Together, they grow a wide variety of vegetables and flowers, as well as welcome visitors to their urban farm. Hungry Dog Farm is a 6.5-acre farm located in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and only a 12-minute car ride from downtown.
I like being a farmer because I like to be outside. I like the challenge of it. It's different every day, and I like to eat food. I grew up just liking to be outside, so I thought, well, farming lets me be outside and it lets me be active. I like to do physical work and work with my hands and be challenged. So I just was always drawn to it, and I was farming as a part-time job through college, and I just kept doing it. And I couldn't get enough of it.
So I do more of the administrative side, so I tend to sit in front of a computer and deal with taxes and legal forms, and I built our website. I do a lot of emailing and sales, although I do also work outside more in the summer and help run the farm stand. I really like having a close connection to the food. I think a lot of people don't really know where their food comes from, and there's nothing quite like having it come from your very own backyard. And I also love being able to share that with other people in Fort Wayne.
Let's listen as Farmer Andy and Elaina tell us about Hungry Dog Farm and what makes their farm special.
We started Hungry Dog Farm in 2020. So we grow a wide variety of vegetables. So a lot of lettuce, carrots, tomatoes, vegetables that you want to eat every day. And we grow those from June until November. And then we also grow flowers such as dahlias and sunflowers and zinnias that you can have on your table. During the winter, we have a lot of storage crops like carrots and beets and turnips, and they store well in the cooler. And then we grow, weather permitting, in greenhouses, spinach, kale, lettuce. We have a flock of chickens. They are for eggs, and they eat all of our leftover crops. So chickens like to eat spinach or lettuce or really any vegetable green, and they also like to dig for worms. One special thing about Hungry Dog Farm is that our customers come to us. They come to the farm, so they get to see where everything is grown. Sometimes they can pick their vegetables, see where the flowers are, and just walk around and enjoy the property.
Just being this close to a big city is really what makes us special. I think one really interesting thing that we're doing right now is we were just approved for the SNAP program. SNAP and WIC are both government programs that help people to get healthy food for their families. So SNAP is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, and WIC is Women, Infants, and Children. And they both provide people with a set amount of money that they can then go and use to buy groceries or farm stand goodies like vegetables. And so basically both of those programs serve people who maybe don't usually have a lot of money to spend on local organic produce. And so we're trying to get our healthy local vegetables to as many people in this area as we can, even if they can't really pay the full price, because we think everyone deserves to eat healthy, delicious vegetables. Ginger is the hungry dog. She's our mascot. And the name Hungry Dog Farm actually kind of started as a joke because Ginger will eat anything. She loves vegetables. Her favorite vegetables are, I would say, crunchy vegetables like carrots. And so when we were thinking of names for the farm, we kept saying as a joke, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we called it Hungry Dog Farm? And it just stuck. So now this is Ginger's farm. Ginger loves greeting all of our visitors at the farm stand each week. We aren't organic certified, but we do use organic practices, which means we try not to use harsh chemicals when we care for our vegetables. So that means that we do attract more critters than a farm that might use normal pesticides, such as voles, which are kind of like a cross between a mouse and a mole. We have a lot of voles here on Hungry Dog Farm. So our cats help us to keep the vole population under control, so we're left with some vegetables to enjoy. We have 3 cats on Hungry Dog Farm. I call them the Vole Patrol. The leader of the Vole Patrol is Yuzu. Yuzu is a Japanese citrus fruit. And then we have Radish and Turnip. Those are the younger cats.
Now let's learn all about spinach from Farmer Andy.
We plant spinach 5 times a year. We have 2 plantings in the early spring, 2 plantings in the fall, and 1 during the winter. I wish people knew that spinach could grow all year round and that it doesn't mind being really cold and that it gets sweet during the winter. So we are going to plant spinach. This is spinach seed. It's a small seed, it's a little pointy, and each one of these seeds will grow a spinach plant. This is the seeder. It drops a lot of seeds in a small area, so we have a nice dense planting. So this determines how close the seeds will drop, and as you can see, they're very close together. So just a few inches apart. Each one of these holes will drop a seed. So this is the hopper. It drops the seeds in a certain pattern, and it keeps them all the same distance away. So we just pour the seeds into the hopper. The hopper gets attached to the seeder, and I just check to make sure we're good to go. Once it's on, I just walk down the row. After we seed spinach, we have to make sure that it's well watered and that it maintains an even temperature. If it gets too warm, it'll stop growing. And then we just have to make sure that we weed the crop so it has space to grow. So spinach needs lots of water to grow. This is what we call drip tape, and it just drips water right at the surface where the plants can easily drink it up. And we water it throughout the whole growing season whenever the soil is dry.
How do you harvest spinach?
So spinach is ready to eat about 35 days after it's seeded. So this is a spinach plant. It's about ready to be picked. They grow, they have about 6 or 8 leaves when they're ready to harvest. And they will regrow these leaves a few times until we're done picking them. So we harvest spinach when it's about this size, about the size of the palm of my hand, or maybe a little bit smaller. And you can pick spinach, you can pick all the leaves that you want to eat down until there's nothing left. And the plant will grow back from these leaves, and we can come back and pick these in a week or 2. So I pick spinach by hand, and I do it very carefully so I don't yank the plant out of the ground. So usually I use my nail to kind of clip it. just like that. Very carefully, you're just pinching the stem and pulling gently. We grow hundreds of pounds of spinach every year. Spinach is good to eat for a long time. We can pick it for several weeks or even a couple of months until it gets warm outside. So we're in the winter right now, and we'll pick this all winter.
Does spinach make you strong?
Spinach is full of all kinds of important vitamins that you don't get anywhere else, and it's loaded with calcium. And as we all know, calcium is important for strong bones, so yes.
I think spinach makes you strong. Spinach has all kinds of helpful vitamins and nutrients in it that are great for your body and make you feel energetic and ready to conquer the day.
How do you eat spinach?
Our customers like to eat spinach in salads, so mostly raw, and they also cook it into soups or maybe stir fries.
I wish people knew how delicious spinach is, especially in the winter. Winter spinach is absolutely delicious, and I can't stop eating it, and I wish more people knew how great it was. I tend to either eat spinach raw or I cook it Japanese style with sesame oil, garlic, sesame seeds, and soy sauce.
My favorite way is just to eat it raw. Oh, it's good.
Thanks for visiting Hungry Dog Farm and learning all about spinach with Farmer Andy, Elaina, and Ginger, the hungry dog. Let's remember to thank our farmers for producing delicious food for us all to eat.